Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. How's everyone doing today? And I am taking my first actual look into Collection of Epic Battles, which has been revamped in an extreme way. Okay, so we go in here, right, and it's a Saiyan Saga. So of course there is one mission here that's going to say defeat with a certain category, and that's going to be, of course, Saiyan Saga. Of course, there is Declare It Once for the Saiyan Saga support memory, so I'm gonna be doing this without Saiyan Saga because I don't want to force myself to... How should I put this? To go and do it with that category when I don't know how well it would perform to begin with. So I am actually going to be going in with a full GT Heroes team. I was fiddling around with the teams. I wonder if I have a better team built for it. I did build one to begin with, so if I have it here. Another option is bringing in the Daima team, of course, because of the AGL Goku's giving that extra 4% damage reduction to Daima units. So that's an option as well. So this is the team actually that I have here. I am bringing in the Chilai support item, and that's because when we get to the final stage, like, I would love to be able to just finish it without much of a hassle, because that guy hits very hard. Okay, that Giant Ape Gohan hits very, very hard. Okay, so as you can see, we have here like a bunch of choices to go. So I can go into any of these fights and end up finishing the fight. So I think for the Saiyan Saga one, that is what I would do. I think for the Saiyan Saga one, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And that's mostly because I don't want to get taken advantage of that way, so that I would get in too much trouble. So the Raditz fight is a one-phase fight with 200 million health, 1 million attack, 1 million defense, 2.5 million damage super attack, 60% damage reduction, no nerfing, and reduces damage reduction. Sorry, it has additional damage reduction from extreme types by 40% and gains 20% attack permanently with each turn passed, no limit. I don't expect this to take too long. If I'm being honest, I genuinely do not expect this to take too long. So that's going to give me a 24 key there, and this is not. But this rotation should have enough damage to get this done right away. Now, once I'm done with this section over here, I'm going to take the Vegeta side, if I'm not mistaken, just so that I can try and do more damage. And it seems that when we're going up against the extreme type enemies in this collection of epic battles, they reduce damage from extreme types, but if you go up against a superclass enemy, they reduce damage from super types. And that was what I was hoping for, to get the counterattack there. So, except for the first phase of the Nappa fight, I think that that is a true statement, no matter what. So let's bring that up here because I'm going to go into the... Also, besides the last fight, apparently. Also, besides for the last fight, so I probably should try to do the giant ape fight over the Vegeta fight. I think so. Do I have 4 rainbow keysters or no? I don't. That is a huge problem. That is a huge, huge problem. Okay, so let's go and take a look at the Saibamen. So, looks like they all have the same amount of stats. They're running the same amount of... yeah, the same abilities as well, it seems. Okay. Alright, so what am I doing here for this? Okay, so let's go ahead and grab these. See if another rainbow keyster is going to pull up. It's not. Let's just go ahead and go up against the tech one and do that. And then for the int one, let's just let them go ham on there. Alright, so 140 million health per Saibaman, 1.8 million attack, 3 million defense. The super attacks are 4.5 million damaging super attacks. They have a 50% chance of activating per action, so there's 2 each. So we're trying to finish them off here as soon as possible. 60% damage reduction, no nerfing, and an additional 40% damage reduction from extreme types. 100% additional attack when HP is 70% or less, and loses 50% defense when HP is 70% or less. Also, from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn, deals 15% of the enemy's max HP as damage every turn. So that's starting from the 5th turn. So the more units we take out here before the 5th turn, less damage it will eventually do to us. Not a lot of damage there. Now, one of the reasons why I am deciding to go up against the giant ape Gohan, which is at the end there, is because of the fact that it's a Ki Blast super attack, and I can counter the Ki Blast super attack with Vegeta's. Carnival ones. I'm gonna have to take a look at the board and see what's going on exactly. Okay. I think I should just focus on these guys at the end, and then it'll roll itself around at some point. Yep, that'll do that. And then I will go up against the attack one here, the Int Gogeta. Of course, if there's a super attack there at the end, it might get countered as well. Nice. That should have finished off the physical one. And it did. Okay. It's dodge. Now remember that I neglected to mention this before, but for every single fight that we complete, we're completing another mission. I am actually going to do this. Because each fight is its own battle, I'm just gonna do this. So, because I'm not actually in need of saving it for something else. Alright, this is, no matter what, just gonna be 2 rainbow keysters anywhere on the board. A little bit of a bummer, but we can do it. So far, no items necessary. I hope that we're able to win here. Nice. And another one. Just crushing him. Just absolutely crushing him. Alright. So now I do believe I want to go after the Nimbus Cloud over here. Here we go. Here we go. So I'm actually going to save the support item for the final turn, not the final turn, for the second time that we're up. I am going to use a Whis to get to turn 4 though. I am going to use a Whis to get to turn 4 though. I do not wish to find myself up the creek without a paddle, as they say. Let's go ahead and grab all of that, and then these physical orbs will do the trick. So, no super attack to start off with, which is okay. Speaking of super attacks, he can do... This Gohan can do 2 super attacks per turn, and it's a 16.25 million damage super attack with 1.4 billion health, 6.5 million attack, 2 million defense, 70% damage reduction. Starting from the 4th turn, disables evasion. Okay. There is no nerfing whatsoever, and I did not counter that, which is sad. He's there to counter that. Loses 40% attack after receiving a physical super attack. So that is the key to surviving here, apparently. Although it does not seem that I've done any kind of physical super attack this turn. All enemies lose 10% defense, and from the 5th turn, from the character's entry turn, guaranteed crits, 100% chance, ignores 20% defense, and is a 1.5 times multiplier. We've done 1 health bar. I do want to check this out. Bear with me, folks, but I do want to check this out. Okay. Was none of these super attacks a physical super attack? No, the ultimate impact was this physical super attack. For some reason, it's showing as an attack up. For some reason, it's showing as an attack up. I don't know why, but that's what it's doing. That's for Rainbow Key Spheres. Not that I need it, because I've got a Whis active. But maybe we should hold on to that for next turn. I'm hoping to get a counterattack here, or 2. I am hoping to get a counterattack or 2. Remember that each health bar is 140 million health. Nope, no counterattack for the first one. Unless they're all both in slot 3. If they are both in slot 3, then great. So, by the way, funnily enough, there is no super attacks in slot 0. It's scripted not to be in slot 0. It's either going to be in slot 1, 2, or 3 for both of them. At a 33% chance. There's one. Now, here I could. It's possible. Still shouldn't take damage because the first time this Vegeta's up, he's got a 80% damage reduction. Plus 40%, it's 120. So we didn't counter again. That is extraordinarily weird. Okay, that is most definitely extraordinarily weird. Alright, so I'm gonna use this. Let's pop this off right here. You should be able to do a decent amount of damage. Okay, that works. That does work. I am going to use the Chilai, and hopefully we can get a decent field of AGL orbs, which I did not. That is annoying, to say the least. It's not been going well so far with the RNG. Okay, but I still have 120 million attack stat there. Also, there is a large chance that there is going to be both super attacks here for him to count. So hopefully that's going to happen as well. One more super attack. Beautiful. There's one. Did he counter it? Nope. There's another one. Did he counter it this time? Finally. Okay. It's about time. It's about time, because I honestly am not sure about my survivability rates here, to say the least. For some reason it's showing that it's an attack up, even though it's supposed to be minus 40% attack. It's weird. That is very weird. Yes, I kind of have just one more turn to win. Although, I should have a bunch of active skills to work with. And try. And try. Let's see what we can do here. How much health bars are left? 4 health bars. 4 health bars is 560 million health. I don't know if I can do it in one turn, but I will definitely try. I will definitely try. Okay, so we've got all of the active skills here. So I think I'm gonna do this, yeah. Let's do this. Okay, so let's pop this off. Right, I have all the links active, so let's pop this off. See how much damage this can do. That is decent. That is decent. Okay, let's grab as much key as possible for this guy. He should be fine. We still have the Whis active. Yeah, let's do this. And I am going to use this now. And hopefully I can get a bunch of ATL orbs. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. And then now we switch over to the Goku side, whose active skill is going to give more attack and defense for the rotation. If I'm not mistaken, it's also attack. Where is the active skill? GT Heroes. So, okay, so Power of Wish is categorized as gain Ki plus 4 and 44% attack, and GT Heroes categorized as gain Ki plus 4 defense plus 44% for 1 turn. Okay, so I believe everyone here is on Power of Wishes. I could be wrong, but... nope, they're not on Power of Wishes. They didn't get an actual extra bit of attack. But this is going to give me a bunch here, and this is crunch time. I believe I will need to get the counterattacks here to win. Although we do have a decent amount of damage this rotation. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 200 million attack stat out of Vegeta, the ATL one. I would not be surprised. I did get 10 orbs or so. $163 million. Okay. Starting off with 113 on the additional super stat. Might not need the counters after all. 125 million. We've got another one here. 130 million. And Giant Ape Gohan has been defeated. So there is... It did take a long time to get to this point. 22 minutes, but this team absolutely demolished it. That was kind of a massacre. Even though we didn't get as many counters as we could have at all, we still took care of that with plenty of leeway to go. Like, for real. Even though the first time we used the Chi item we didn't gain near as much AGL orbs as I was hoping for, but we still managed to get it done. So that's going to be it for this video, folks. Thank you all so much for coming to watch. If you are new here or you aren't already, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section down below. And we do have a Discord if you'd like to join. Come hang out, discuss things, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Goshen signing off.